So now we're gonna need some light. It's better. So basically all I use for my Roosted heavy cup birds is a 32 ounce Hardy's plastic cup. Paper towel is, depending on your surface of your table, paper towels to keep the tail feathers from sliding. If you just put it on this, it just wants to slide and move, get out of the way. So I just lay the quills, just the quills, and I just slowly bring that fan around till I get it the right position that I want. And don't worry about the tips, how they get frazzled. It'll be okay. If you need to, you can slide that cup under there a little bit more. There is a tool that see, my paper towel still slid, so I just get closer. Anyway, there's a tool that Mr. Ray Murphy makes called the Televator, I think. It's basically a ball, and it's got a metal rod, and you can move the ball up and down to adjust the severity of how much cup you want on your fan. So that looks pretty decent. And always remember too, if you're competition tip, if you're trying to do a leveled tail for a competition, don't have these edges cupped where you can't see through them. When a turkey raises his tail, they raise it from the middle out. So these last 4 or 5 feathers will lay flat where you can see through them, not turn like it is here. But because since we removed all that fat right there, now they all want to lay flat. To get by with that, you take a piece of tape, you turn that feather, you tape it down right there where it can't go back. It's somewhat okay. We'll do the last, I don't know what, 3. Let's try this side. That doesn't work either. So let's see how to do it there. Well, that kind of works. We'll do the bottom 3 on both sides. So come down, twist, tape. Kind of pull those in. The rest of them, once you kind of get the first ones, the rest of them will kind of line up. It's still not perfect, but you don't want it to be completely flat. Or dome shaped to where you can't see through it at all. Okay, close enough. My tweezers. So this is the upper tail coverts. If you look at a lot of reference pictures too, these upper tail coverts don't always stay on the tail. Lots of times that those last 3 or 4 feathers will fall off and be way down, hanging low. If I can find a picture, I'll put one up somewhere right there in this area. That's pretty good for what I needed to do. So now I'm going to mix my smooth cast. Probably need a tail wire before I do that. Well, this could be tricky. Figure out how to do that. Earlier I could just lay on the table. Can't do that now. So what am I going to do? Bend it. If I had that televator thing, I could just tape it to the televator. Hey Ray, I need one. Not tall enough. Not tall enough. That's gonna be close. I'll see what I can do. I'll bend it. I do just about all my tail wires the same way. Bend them one way and then bend them back, and it gives it a little bit of a shelf kind of. And it'll just kind of sit right on that. So what I'm going to do to make it work for right now is now I'm going to take these tag ends and bend them down to where they sit on this little, on this smooth cast can. Just like that. Now I can mix my smooth cast. So this is going to be 1/4 ounce of part A. A 1/4 ounce of part B. And I'm not no math magician, but pretty close to 1/2 ounce. So this is a 2-part urethane plastic. The larger the volume, the faster it cures and the hotter it gets. I apologize if some of my videos seem redundant. I do the same thing, but I'm going to try to do, you know, if I have 4 strutting turkeys coming up, I'm not going to video all 4 of them. But what I'll do is, I'll do video bits and pieces of each one and have time lapses between them. Or, you know, have time lapse of one and a time lapse of another one. And, you know, something I do different on one versus the other one, you know, then, you know, I'll make that part of a video. And then we'll edit it all together. And right now I'm just drizzling that stuff to get it on and lock it. Because once this stuff gets hard, it locks everything into place. So it doesn't matter. You can your customer can throw it down the stairs, and when they get home, and basically just wipe it back off and it'll be fine. They would have to physically break the quills to damage it. Because I do a lot of my tails, I remove them so the customer can take them home and get them in their vehicle. Because turkey is a pretty big bird to be carrying home in a car. It's not a duck you just put on the front seat and go on back to the house. So what if you'll watch, if you've never seen this before, eventually this stuff will get so gummy it'll just about stop flowing. There's a fine line between, gotta go too much and just enough. And then until it starts to kick pretty good, I'll just keep brushing it and getting it where I want it before it turns hard. There it goes. So I'll let that sit for 5 minutes to completely cure. And I can come back and pull tape and go to the next part. Now that I got this bird pretty much roughed in, I'm gonna spend probably another hour or so just grooming and getting all the feathers tracked where they need to go, scaps right, mantle right, both breasts. When grooming a breast, so these feathers actually, they have a certain pattern that they go in. Not only do they run, they run in lines from the middle, from where the beard is towards the wing, but they also have a certain way that they stack on each other. And I'll put a picture right here so you can kind of see the rows that they make and how those feathers, they overlap. I'm trying to think. Towards the front of the bird, the back of the feather overlaps the next feather. So say this feather right here, the back of this feather is going to overlap that one. Well, there's a certain line when you get to the middle of the breast that it switches and it'll go the other way. And you can see it in the picture, but that's just one tip that you got to remember whenever grooming a breast out. You can make them go all one way and it makes them look pretty, but if you want one to be right, you need to flip them about midways through and have them go, those feathers stacked the other way. So. hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you did to get notifications for all my next and upcoming videos. See y'all next time. Thanks again.